Hi, everybody. This is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, the Hut, and welcome back to the Baseball Hut 3. Hopefully you like this video. Hit that subscribe button. One of the things that is a bizarre thing to watch on cable TV, in particular cable sports, is this show on ESPN, First Take. They got one of the biggest mouths and really one of the dumbest people. One of the interesting people on TV, and that's Stephen A. Smith. And of course, they have Christopher Mad Dog Russo on there as well, where every week he has a meltdown on something that's very insignificant, and he likes to throw out these, obscure sports references from the 1940s. And of course, he's got to talk about Miller Huggins and a whole bunch of other weird references from the past. But one thing they have in this First Take is a guy who was an NFL quarterback. Turned Willy Wonka supporter. That's Cam Newton. What a snappy dresser. Now, I'm not the one to be talking about being a snappy dresser, but Jesus. This is a guy that needs to sort of take a look. You talk about queer eye for the straight guy. My goodness. This guy needs something. He needs some queers like saying, oh, what is going on here? Every day with this guy is Halloween. But here we go from awful announcing. Cam Newton believes he can coach the Bengals. Quote, it's about the Jimmies and Joes, not the X's and O's. How do you take this guy serious? And he's got a feather. And the feather is the thing. He's got to have a feather and the cap. Cam Newton is a wearer of many hats. It goes out saying. Newton believes he can be a trailblazer in media. He believes he can still quarterback an NFL team. And now he believes he can coach one too. First Take had a busy Black Monday as they reacted to all the NFL head coaching news. And for Newton, the biggest news may have been a head coach who wasn't fired. A lot of guys were fired on Monday. Some people, the general manager of the New York Giants, somehow survived. The Cincinnati Bengals are looking for a new head coach, opting to retain Zach Taylor despite missing the playoffs for the third straight season. But if the Bengals and owner Mike Brown have a change of heart, it sounds like Cam Newton is willing to throw one of his hats into the ring. My goodness. Really, I'm waiting for that little girl to eat the candy and turn into Barney. When you got talent like Jamar Chase, when you got talent like Joe Burrow, when you got talent like T. Higgins, just trying to be funny, those guys don't really need exceptional coaching. You said on First Take. It's about the Jimmies and Joes, not the X's and O's now. Come on, when you got great players like that, it's not hard. Trust me, I can go do that. Mr. Brown, I can be a coach. Man, maybe he could be like a coach for wardrobe. Newton's confidence in himself as a potential head coach comes less than a month after he declared his desire to be a pioneer for black quarterbacks in sports media. It also came less than a month after the 36-year-old former quarterback took issue with the Indianapolis Colts bringing Philip Rivers out of retirement without calling him. Philip Rivers is a Hall of Famer. And if Cam Newton was still good, wouldn't he be playing? Yes, he would be. Teams have said he can't play. You can certainly question his ability to manage Eagles, but Newton should believe he can coach Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. He made the declaration while standing next to someone in Dan Orlovsky who has expressed a real desire to coach an NFL team. I would mention a lot of people in the media, they all want to work for these teams. They all want to work for the NFL teams. MLB, the MLB reporters, they all want to work for them. They work for them anyway. They're unofficial press people and public relations people, aren't they? Well, they all work for them. And as a former NFL MVP, why wouldn't Cam Newton believe he's capable of running a team loaded with offensive talent? Media member, quarterback, coach. Newton believes he can do it all. NFL teams, however, don't currently appear to share the same confidence, considering the lack of interest coming his way in recent years. Based on their immediate reactions, it doesn't look like Willy Wonka's First Take counterparts expected him to leave for a coaching gig anytime soon either. Does he want to have to deal with coaches? Does he want to stand out in the snow You want to stand out in the rain? Does he want to, like, do these training camps with like 100 degrees in some places? Roast his what off? I don't see that happening. How's he going to wear his hat? Can you imagine him on the sideline with the hat on? You imagine like Bill Belichick wearing that kind of outfit? And Andy Reid? I mean, really? Or Tom Coughlin wearing that on the sideline? My goodness. Well, you let me know what you think about this video. And of course, please subscribe to Baseball Hut 3, and I'll see you later.